Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we made some enemies. This is not new news. We've been doing a lot of that. But there are some very angry people. The question is, are they even going to join a coalition against us? They haven't yet. No one has joined a coalition yet, but we're about to find out. So we've got all of our forces here drilling, and are we at the appropriate size? Combat width is 38. So yes, we're at the appropriate size then. That is correct. Excellent. So that's fantastic. We don't need to expand our armies. We just need to chill for a little bit here. We need to recover some manpower, but I'm really not very concerned about manpower. What we really need is to get some money flowing in. So let's see what happens on the month tick. Okay, not very much there, although we do need a new rival because Kilowatt doesn't actually qualify anymore. We're going... Wow. We're stronger than France? And the HRE? That surprises me. But I'm still going to rival Mali, because they have rivaled us already. So that's absolutely fine. No problem there. Our diplomatic reputation is low, but that's mostly just because of our overextension. All of this coring is happening right now, and that looks good. What's our current tech levels? Looks fine. We're 14 years ahead of time. I'm not very worried about that right now. Okay. 2 base production. Now that we like. Excellent. So how much money are we making per month right now? 32 ducats. It's not a lot. So where's this going? Well, rooting out corruption is 25. That's very significant. Oh, we just got 3,548.51 ducats. I love it. That is so good. What are we going to do with that? We're going to invest that into making more ducats. We're just going to immediately spend it on counting houses. These are all absolutely fantastic investments. So we're going to get that going, and that's going to make us a lot more money. Now, we can seize land, and we absolutely should do this. And we should not do a sale of titles, if we can at all help it. So our corruption is currently fairly up. That's understood. How much is... Okay, so 0.38 in overextension. So I want to just completely wipe out our overextension, and that's it. So we're just spending the money on rooting out corruption, on getting rid of the overextension. So that looks good. Fars wants unlawful territory returned. Get out of here, Fars. You can't do anything to us. How much would we get if we did sell titles? We shouldn't do this. And yeah, this would not be ideal. Maybe after we seize land another time. We'll see. So that's fine. We're going to get all these counting houses finished up, and that would be great. Visit from some shady people, huh? We're going to take the prestige. Thank you very much. So at this point, we do have some humanist ideas that we can put admin power into. We can also boost our stability here pretty soon, up to level 3 if we wanted to. Now, this is good. This is very, very good. I honestly do want to boost our stability up to level 3, I think. We're going to be chilling for a while here, but we are going to need more admin power to full core our new provinces. So let's take this up to level 3 and then save up admin power from here. As far as dip power goes, we might spend this on increasing our production, potentially. We'll see. As of right now, we don't need it for much. Although we do have these guys here, and are we actually improving relations with them? No, and we should be, because they're very angry at us. So we'll increase relations there, maybe make them a little happier. That'll be a good thing. And we, next month, will be able to build a counting house. These are fantastic investments. We absolutely want to be making that money. So that looks excellent. We're up to 29.47. That's going to go up precipitously when we address our overextension issue. So that's going to be done pretty soon, actually. Demietta is going to be completing now, and that dropped our overextension by a full third. So that's excellent. We can set an agenda here. What do we want? I kind of don't want any of these. I don't want to be a Defender of the Faith. That's too much money. I don't want to spend money on that. I don't want to go take over Croatia. We're not in a position to do that right now. And I guess we could do this. Alessandria de Guido? Where is this? Oh, this is just Alexandria. So what we could do is we could move our... Where are we? One of these fleets. This fleet. We can move this fleet into protecting trade at Alexandria. So that's not going to necessarily be the most profitable. Yeah, we can see that actually the Sevilla trade node would be by far the most profitable. But we can hop over to Alexandria temporarily. And that'll boost our trade power right down over here. We can see we're at 9% to start with. And once we arrive over here, that puts us at 14. That's not as high as I had hoped. Damietta is a decent location. We've got a great synagogue, university, grand shipyard, stock exchange, farm estate, conscription center, town hall, and accounting house there. So what we could also do with this extra building slot is we could theoretically put in a stock exchange. We have a stock exchange there? We do. We have a stock exchange. Okay, so in that case... What else can we do to boost our trade power here? We have the Nile estuary, but that's not actually giving us anything there. This is all part of the Alexandria trade node down here. So we do have this coastal center of trade in Jeddah. So this currently has a marketplace. We could tick forward a little bit here. Just a smidge. And upgrade this marketplace to boost the trade power here. We could also potentially boost our center of trade here. But I'm wondering how much is it going to cost us to upgrade this to a stock exchange. 382 ducats, but if we were to build this as an upgrade in Jeddah, where is this? So let's sort like this. Actually, let's sort like this. So in Jeddah, it should cost, yeah, 286. That's fine. We can definitely get some trade power that way. So let's get that going. That'll boost our trade power in Alexandria, but we don't want to stay here for too long, right? So that's absolutely something to think about here. We don't control Benghazi. So Jeddah is basically our only location to do that from. And we'll see. That'll give us some additional trade power, for sure. I was hoping that just having our ships protect trade there would bring us up to 20, but apparently not. That's okay. So we do need to make a state, and that's absolutely fine. We'll do that. And then we can full core Damietta, which we absolutely do want to do to bring that... to bring the autonomy there down. That's going to be a very big deal. So we're next going to finish up Cyprus very soon. Now that is part of the Aleppo trade node, not Alexandria. So that's understood. Lose 50 dip power? Actually, that's okay. I don't mind losing 50 dip power right now. So that seems good. And this will be done by 25 August. Okay. When is our construction in Jeddah going to be finished? That is 70 days. It's up at the top for some reason. Okay, so there's that core finished. That looks great. And we're going to make that into a full core. That's a lot of ducats. No. So this is going to be 120 admin power to core. Understood. So our stock exchange in Jeddah is going to be finishing very soon. And we gained that 50 dip power back. Nice. Okay, so there's our stock exchange in Jeddah finished. I don't want to spend 50 admin power on this, but I also don't want to spend 2,000 ducats on this. I'm going to value the ducats higher. Okay, so that put us at 17%. Now 18%. Damietta is going to trend downwards in that autonomy, so the trade power modifier is minus 20%. That's understood. Do we think we're going to get enough out of that autonomy going down? It's going to be close. We could also take out a loan or perhaps do some corruption in order to boost up our center of trade here. Or just be patient. We have 500 ducats right now. And that's what I'm leaning towards doing at this moment. So we'll just be patient on that for right now. I would definitely like to boost this up some. And how long would that take to build? Doesn't actually say in this tooltip. Okay. That's a little sad, but sure. So we're going to finish up making Sinai core very soon. Excellent. And that is done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to immediately drop our rooting out of corruption. I want the ducats at this moment. So we'll do that, and we'll also make that into a state as soon as it pops up here. Or no, this is already a state, isn't it? Did that make us a full core? Yes, it did, because it was already a state. Okay, perfect. So that seems fine then, and I'd like to make this into a full core eventually. But we don't have the money for that quite yet. So for right now, we're just saving up to upgrade this just in case. Wait, we're at 21%. Why have we not finished our mission? We did. I didn't even notice it. Okay, fantastic. So with that in mind, now we don't need to worry about this anymore. So that means that we can have these guys go back to protecting trade at the Sevilla trade node, where we're going to be making a lot more money. So let's go do that. Perfect. The Holy Roman Empire got better at coal mining. Good for them. So now what I want to do is I want to build counting houses. Literally anywhere we can. These are all going to be 285, so these are all upgrades, and that seems good. We'll get a number of those going, but we still need more. We're currently making about 82 ducats per month, which means that we can make one of these approximately every 3 months. So that's not bad. A naval reformer, huh? Okay, he's pretty cheap too. For the moment, that seems fine. Let's get this full core made in Cyprus. Wonderful. The merchant class is currently sad. Okay, sure. They can be sad if they like. So at this point, no one is joining a coalition against us. We are too strong. So we need to be thinking, do we care about aggressive expansion in this region then? If no one over here is willing to join a coalition against us, do we care? And the answer is no. That means that we have absolutely no fear in this region. No one will stop us from doing anything. I'm not going to immediately go to war, although I'm tempted, but I'm not going to immediately do that. I think that we should still chill for a little bit and build up a bunch of these counting houses, get our economy significantly stronger. But I'm definitely interested in expansion towards Fars. I want Fars to stop existing, because I want to become the emperor again. No one's going to vote for us, obviously. So we'll have to take it over the old-fashioned way, shall we say. So that'll be absolutely glorious, and we could sell titles, but we should not do this. Maybe once we seize land, though. It would probably be fine. That's going to be available in almost exactly 1 year, so we'll come back to that. And I do want to get another counting house building. We gained a bunch of imperialism CBs, so that's all fine. This is a free city, correct? So Fars would defend them. But honestly, we're still stronger. Even without France and Portugal. That's really, really funny. 50% aggressive expansion. Okay, Reconquest is still better. But 50% aggressive expansion is very, very good. No doubt about that. Nationalism CBs are nice. So I'm guessing that Fars will defend them because... Yes, a free city. So that's understood. Who are they allied with, though? They're allied with Homs. Is Homs a free city? No. Now that's interesting. So that means that we can attack Homs. Fars, or rather, Amon would be in this. So we'd be fighting Homs, we'd be fighting Hamadan. I don't know where those are. Where's Hamadan? Don't really care for right now. Okay, and then Amon. Where is Amon? Oh yeah, that's these guys. Aleppo would be in this as well, but that doesn't matter. That's a lot of one provinces. I'm very tempted to do this, as you may be able to tell. Okay, so we're going to move this force here and this force here, is the idea. We're going to wait to do this for a little bit. We're going to let these forces regenerate, but this will be fine. We are approaching our maximum amount of diplomatic power, so I'm going to do some province development here. I want to sort by cost. I want to do this where it's cheapest first. We cannot improve the production here, so we're just going to improve in places where we can improve the production. There's not that many of them, to be honest. So we'll do about like that. That spent down our diplomatic power. Looks good. So we're just giving this a moment. One more month tick, and I want to declare this. Okay, so these guys just went away. I like it. So if we were to declare this war, this is perfect. Okay, so we don't actually want to have our forts unmothballed, with the possible exception of these three forts down here. These guys could come down this way. So I'm going to unmothball this fort, and this fort. There we go. These guys should all remain drilling. So all of these forces out here, they're going to keep on drilling. There we go. Now, we're going to walk in here, and we're going to walk in here. They're going to roll up leaders, of course. That's understood. And we're going to get these sieges underway. I'm going to have this force actually come up to Homs and start a siege there. Okay, so this is fine. We'll refuse to aid these traders. I'm sure it'll be okay. And in we go. 50 military power? Done. Perfect. So we've got these three sieges underway. We've got these guys out over here that we don't care about for now. We'll see if they even show up. But we'll send this force back over here to drill as soon as the sieging is done in this direction. So that all looks good. I'm not going to spend any military power on bombardments. This is fine. I'm deeply, deeply unconcerned about this war right now. Although this may make some people angry. We will see. We'll see if they form a coalition against us for this. We do need a new diplomatic advisor. 10.73 monthly is quite a bit, but this guy is 50% cheaper. I'm going to do that. It's pretty good. We do have a lot of diplomatic power, though. That's for sure. So that's understood, and I do want to build some additional counting houses. So let's get these going, or one of them, or was that two? That was two. Okay. Sounds good. So I plan on annexing all three of these provinces. As far as these guys go, I don't plan on annexing them. We'll probably do just ducats and war reps for them. So that seems good. And we'll, of course, need to get some admin power rolling in, because we'll need to core that. We also just lost this general that was sieging right here. It's unfortunate. I'll wait to replace him. I'm not too concerned. So everything is looking good for the moment. We'll celebrate our festival. Excellent. And these sieges are progressing nicely. Nothing particularly terrifying here. Okay, these guys are going to head back over here. Wait. Wrong place. These are going to head up over this way. We don't have military access through here? Interesting. I guess we'll just ignore these guys then. Okay. Well, why don't you head on up over here and take over this siege? Never mind, that siege is over. We're going to now walk on back, and you can just walk down over here then. If there's no way to get here, then they have no way to get to us either. So that seems fine. So we need to roll up a new military leader here, and that's going to be... Oh, that's an okay military leader. Not bad, not bad. I'm going to get these guys back to drilling. Excellent. And we've reached maximum opinion with these guys now. Perfect. Okay, we're going to enable drilling here. And at this point, Holmes wants out of the war. I don't blame them. But we're not going to let them out of the war just yet. So I want to take over Amman. And yes, this is going to make some people very angry. A few. But we don't apparently care. So we'll send that demand. Excellent. So this is now under our control. Do we want this fort here? Honestly, it's not a great place for a fort. I'm going to destroy that. Okay. So that looks good for now. That fort is out of there, and we do want to core this. Why is it not popping up that it's coreable? Because we already had a core on it. Okay, that's convenient. So that's taken care of at this point. We can't get out over here still, right? Correct. We have no way to get out there. So that's fine. Not concerned about. We're just waiting on this siege at this point. Still no breach there. Kind of awkward on that front. So I do want to put in some additional counting houses, of course. We'll get some of those going. And just continue to make ourselves some money. Seems excellent. We're up to 14% on this, even without a breach. So that looks good. And there we go. The siege is over. So we're going to move on out of here. And we're only at 69%. Really? Okay. I am contractually obligated to say nice. I'm saddened by it, though. So next up, we want to peace out Aleppo. And we're going to take this territory. It's going to make a few people slightly upset. I'm sure it's fine. And we're going to take some gold. Now, do we want this fort? This is actually a good fort. This fort controls most of this here. It doesn't quite control this. It would be better in Hama. It would be better in Hama. We might want to put in the fort there. We can probably get rid of the marketplace here. We don't produce much trade power. So we can get rid of that, and we would then do something like putting in a fort here. So this would be a level 8 star fort that I want to put in. I'm going to delete this fort. Hi, pause menu. That'll be fine. And now the question is, can we get away with just taking this? No, they have 39 reasons not to at this point. So 63 reasons for these guys to stay in the war. We can't get to them, right? So this war is probably just going to sit here and chill for a while. Let's go ahead and get this core going. That'll be good. And our corruption is probably growing at this point. Actually, it's holding. Okay. I like it. So we'll get that core going. These guys want military access. There's another war ongoing. Noted. But it's not through here. Okay. So that seems fine. Peace offer from Homs. We will decline that. I want their territory. This is what I want. It'll make some people angry, but we apparently don't care. So that seems fine. This is exactly the peace deal that I want. And 37 reasons, 29 of those are from length of war. And ticking war score is on our side. So we should have ticking here for a while. Yeah. And that looks good. So I want to build that fort in Hama. This is going to be a much better place to build this. This will control this entire northern approach right here. So that'll be wonderful. We'll take the siege ability. Thank you very much. We just lost a military leader out over here. Okay. And we'll roll up a new one. Pretty decent. And we do have a rebel uprising brewing. Syrian separatists. Okay. Fars is demanding unlawful territory. We don't care. So Syrian separatists are right down over here. I'm going to... I don't really want a fort in Sinai, but at the same time, it really does control the approach from Africa. I'm going to re-up this fort for now. This is probably going to pop in Sinai. Yeah. So I'm going to undrill these guys, re-up this fort, and we'll just chill here for the moment. Okay. So we can set an agenda, which I would like to do. What do we got? Base tax in Zidane. Not amazing. Base production in Damascus, though, that's really good. So I would love to bring this base production up. There we go. And that's going to give us a bunch of ducats. And what are we going to do with those ducats? We're going to invest them in counting houses, of course. What did you think we were going to do with them? We were always going to invest them like that. Now, our ruler just died. 312 is our new Duke's stats. So that dropped our stability, which is not necessarily ideal. We're close to being able to boost it back up. Our corruption is growing because of our stability drop, and that's understood. So I'm going to provoke these guys, I think. We can't provoke revolts while at war. Never mind. Okay, so they currently have how many reasons for this? 27. Well, this is going to be a bit. This is going to be a bit. So that's fine. It is time to put a cut in here, though. So next episode, we'll have to wrap up this war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. Why are we taking attrition in Rome? We're not. We're taking attrition here because Portugal's wandering through. Okay. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Rornaz, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.